What's up, everyone, and welcome to today's video. Today we are going to do a character review on the latest character in the game, Laenor Velaryon, the Prince Consort. So, starting off, we're going to go based on his stats. He is a member of the Blacks faction, and he is a mender. The Blacks, if you do get 5 members, you will get a 15% defense buff, which is extremely relevant. More and more Blacks are coming out in the game, and they are going to be quite a force to be reckoned with. The first thing that we know about the stats is he is a healer. However, even though he's a mender, he kind of looks like a marksman, like a super marksman. And let me explain why. Well, first, we take a look at these stats. 64.9k attack, 38k defense, 127k health. Now, if we go and look at some other characters in the game that are recent, for example, another healer, Robert Baratheon. Robert Baratheon has 32k attack. So the Prince Consort has 65k pretty much, which is double. He has 51k defense. The Prince Consort, 38k defense. So he's a little squishy. You got to protect him. But with the Black synergy, he's going to get 10 to 15% defense bonus. And then the health is pretty much exactly the same, what you'd expect for a mender. This is pretty exciting because this seems like it allows Zynga the opportunity to create characters outside of the generic molds of what we're looking for. So basically, let's go over his kit. Now, that 64.9k attack is just phenomenal. That is without gear, level 350. That is without gear. Without gear. 127k health. He has the mender health, which is great. His defense is not great, but he will get more defense with the Blacks faction bonus. Now, he has a normal speed move, which is quite respectable. He will gain 1 Fury, then strikes a target for 275% physical damage and afflicts them with 1 raid with a 100% chance to afflict up to additional 3 raid. Okay, so if you don't know about raid, this is what raid does. Raid is a debuff that lasts 2 turns, and every stack of raid, you could stack it up to 10 times. Each stack of raid reduces the physical resistance by 10%. So, if you have his skill maxed, he's going to do 275% physical damage on a super high attack character. He's going to gain 1 Fury, which Fury is pretty much the opposite of Brittle. Fury is going to increase the stamina gain. And it does work well with the Black synergy. Then he's going to afflict pretty much 4 raid, which is minus 40% physical resistance. Now, if we want to get an idea of physical resistance, when you have Meryn with the Lannisters, he gets 40 to 50% physical and fire resistance for having 3 coins in the treasury. Now, that is super strong. Now, take the opposite of that. So you would have 2 turns to take advantage of this. 2 turns, so keep that in mind. But if you have moves ready, that's going to lower the physical resistance by 40%, and he's going to be softening them up with a 275% attack physical damage. Now, it's normal speed, so when he becomes enraged, and the Blacks will make people get enraged with the Fury stacks of 5, you will be able to do this move quite often. But that is not all, ladies and gentlemen. That is not all. He has an interesting kit. He has a leadership ability. Now, when we think about raid, the idea that comes to mind are the Greyjoys. And the Greyjoys are a team that nobody plays. Well, you have just unlocked a character that works extremely well with the Greyjoys. They are a combo team, which means they're not the best offensively. Until Zynga learns how to use the AI on defense, where it says use X move first, Y move second, Z move third, that type of deal. Once that is done, it'll be good. But for now, this is mainly an offensive team. So let's look at his lead. So when a rated enemy is defeated by an ability, he heals all team members for 20% of their max HP. If an ally defeated the rated enemy, they gain 2 Fury, so he's going to make them faster. So he's going to make the Greyjoys faster. And there's going to be tons of raiding with the Greyjoys. So all you have to do is take advantage of that and kill them off. And when that happens, he's going to heal them for 20% of their max HP, which is nuts. So you have a character that is good for the Greyjoys, that is good for the Blacks, and potentially we were hinted in the roadmap that there is a future event coming out. In the roadmap that Zynga sent, could he be a meta character for this event? We do not know what it's going to be, but if Fury is involved, he could be potentially a good member of that event team. So we don't know. Nobody knows anything. But we know an event is coming. Now, back to the kit. If Laenor's skill was the first skill used this turn, he heals all team members for 25% attack. Now again, his base attack is pretty much 65k. You're going to add gear on top of that to pump up the attack, which means you have to use the skill first in the turn. So on defense, if multiple characters are ready to use their skill, they might use it first and then he'll use it second, which won't get the property. So again, this is more of an offensive-minded character. Once Zynga fixes the AI situation and makes the AI even smarter, then he's going to be even more difficult to work with. But on offense, you will use his skill first in the turn, and he's going to heal all team members for a giant amount because he has such a high attack. When he's enraged, that's 5 stacks of Fury, he's also going to grant the team 40% dodge chance for 3 turns. That is great. Not only is it a normal speed move, but it is going to trigger quite often since it is a normal speed move and you get enraged. So he is a fantastic member for the Blacks. Fantastic member for the Greyjoys. He becomes the healer of the Greyjoys, and he has a really good lead for the Greyjoys. If you're thinking about using them, again, this is not a war defensive-minded character because you do need to take advantage of 2 things. Raid, which is a 2-turn debuff. If you wait any longer, the raid goes away. And number 2, it has to be the first skill used in the turn to take advantage. If you do get massive amounts of benefits. Now, you do have to protect Laenor because he is a little squishy. But if you do use him with the Blacks, again, you will get the 10 to 15% defense boost. So that will help quite a bit. But however, normal speed, let's go over it again. Normal speed, gain 1 Fury, so he's even faster. And then he strikes a target for 275% physical damage and afflicts them with 1 raid, 100% chance, additional 3 raid. That's minus 40% physical resistance. So he has a 275% physical damage. Let me show you something right here. This is one of the better damage dealers in the game. This is Theon Greyjoy. And he does 300% physical damage to an enemy. Laenor does 275. This is Theon with good gear on. He almost has 70k attack. Without gear, Laenor is 65k attack without any gear on at level 350. That is pretty bonkers. That is pretty bonkers. So he is going to be someone you are going to have to deal with in a team, or you are going to get destroyed. You are going to have to deal with this man. This man is a threat. He is a threat, and he is a mender, so he does have quite a bit of health. He does have quite a bit of health. If you do summon him, you are going to want to put your best gear on him. He is a battlefield aid, and if you are looking to get the perfect weapon piece, they are selling the character shards with skill books, and for $100 you can get the weapon, which is the perfect weapon. Adds 15% subclass bonus and 10% color bonus, which does mean a lot once you level it up and get it going. So overall, he is available in 2 ways. You can get him for the next 14 days with gold, and Black Friday is right around the corner. So he's still going to be around for Black Friday. So if you want the blacks, he's going to be around. The other way to get him, and there's 27 days to do this, you can get him with green summons. And in the summons, you will also get members of the blacks. You will get members of the Greyjoys. This is a decent summon for sure. You have one of the best cleansers in the game, Alicent Hightower, when she gets a 6-star. 30% chance to remove a debuff. This is a good summon for character-wise, for his ability, and he is going to be a menace. I mean, taking a look at his stats, I give it to Zinger for this. Because it threw me off guard. When I first looked at his stats, I said to myself, 65k attack for a mender? But it all makes sense. And this opens up the possibilities for more fun. You do have to protect him. He is going to be squishy unless you protect him, but he is going to add a lot to the team. To be able to give a character minus 40% physical resistance is huge. You only have 2 turns to take advantage of that, so just be aware. But 40% physical resistance is huge. Let's go ahead and unlock him. We're going to do some summons just to unlock him with green tokens. And hopefully we will go ahead and get him pretty soon. Hopefully before the pity. There we go. We got Simon. And Simon is a good member. He is a solid epic. I could always do a future review on him. But he is a solid epic. And we don't need those shards, but we do need Laenor. And we are going to see if we could get him. We got the small stone thrower, okay? And let us see if we can unlock him before the pity. All right, 20 lucky right there. And it looks like we're going to have to go to pity, but that is fine because we are going to unlock him. The wise sailor flees the storm as it gathers. There we go. We've unlocked him. He is now a part of the roster. Oh, we got 15 of him plus the bonus. Nice. Okay, so we got 45 shards in 72 tokens. He is now a member of the roster. Comment below and let me know if you are going to be summoning for him. Remember, there is time. 14 days for the gold summons. Black Friday, right around the corner. If you are looking for the blacks, this is a good opportunity to take advantage of a solid character. Comment below and let me know what you think, and I will talk to you all in the next video. Take care, all.